to the Vapor Route. My name is Billy Boland, and today we're going to do some builds, show you how to do wire builds with the cotton stuffing, and more specifically we're going to show you how to build on the Dark Horse today using, I think we decided on 24 gauge wire, Canthol. Let me get a close-up of this Dark Horse. There's lots of videos out there right now on the Dark Horse, I'm sure, but since we really specialize in the Dark Horse here at the Vapor Route, we're really enjoying it, producing builds for it. Let's see here. Okay, got a good view there. Very good. And as far as the pipe mod, we're going to use a Paragon carbon fiber. We carry these as well. And our battery, and I'd like to let you know that Jess Wilkinson, the owner of the Vapor Route, stays on top of the latest technology as far as these batteries. So we really like to stay on the cutting edge of battery technology as far as milliamps. We stay high on the milliamps, and on the let's see, amperage. I think it's, yeah, 38 amps, and that's probably continuous. The burst is probably over 50. So yeah, right now we're carrying the VCT5s right now at 25 bucks a shot. We probably carry a special online though. Okay, let's get started. There's a lot of stuff I want to show you. We've got a lot to cover, so again, thank you for joining us here at the Vapor Route. I'm going to jump right in, get my hands dirty on some coil builds, and thank you. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay, here we are with Paragon in hand and the Dark Horse. Let me go ahead and take this off here. If I can separate these two. There we go. Okay, I like to have something to build on. Having an ohm-meter to build on is convenient, but you need to be careful not to break off the fitting. So be gentle if you are working on an ohm-meter. Be gentle with it. Okay, as you can see, these post holes are very large on the Dark Horse. They're able to accommodate 20 gauge very easily. But we're going to go with 24 gauge today, just out of simplicity and a comfortable build. Okay, 24 gauge.
Tools.
Yes.
Go over the tools.
Let's go over the tools here. We're going to need a set of scissors for the cotton when we come to that. I'll show you though. A jeweler's kit, screwdriver, Phillips and flathead. Nice set of needle nose pliers. Are these in view? Mm-hmm. Okay. Needle nose pliers, wire snips. These are really nice wire snips because they can get down into tight places and snip the wire off. And they're also very convenient because since they're so snub-nosed, they're great for 20 gauge, which is really tough to snip through. These are ceramic tipped tweezers, which are really nice for smashing a coil tight while it's still firing. I don't really suggest doing that though. It's a bad, I don't know, I consider it a bad practice myself to fire while I'm smashing the coil, but you can with these ceramic tip tweezers. Okay, we've got a nice stretch of 24 gauge Canthol here. I know it's shaking all out of view and it's probably hard to see. All I'm doing right now is just trying to straighten it up for a nice wrap. Okay, these jeweler's Phillips, the screwdriver, not only is it nice for the top posts of these Phillips screws, but it's also excellent to make the wrap on itself. Okay, here we go. I'm going to wrap this around. I'm going to go 6 wraps. Now, when you first place this over, and also I'm left-handed, so you right-handers are just going to... Just cut that out.
Yeah. When you're doing that, stay close right where you're at, because I took and zoomed in on your hands.
Okay.
So let me get back in on your hands.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, resume.
Okay, so I'm left-handed. You right-handers, which are the majority out there, are just going to want to turn this around the other way. But since I am left-handed, I'm going to have to show you this way. I take my thumbnail and just hold on to that wire while I wrap this around the screwdriver. Okay? So that was 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? And as you can see, I kept those really tight close together. I'm going to hold this still so you can get a good view of it. I kept these wraps.
Right.
We're going to get these even closer together later, but for right now, we've got the basic wrap done on for one side. And again, we are going to do a dual coil, so I need to make one more. So what I'm going to do is just slide this off here, snip our lead, okay, and just lay that down for the moment. Now we're going to make wrap number 2. Straighten out my canthal here. Okay, again, just hold it over the Phillips head jeweler screwdriver here. Catch it in the thumbnail or however it's convenient for you. This just happens to be convenient for me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, very good. Slide it off. And we'll snip off our lead here. Very good. Okay, now I have both of my coils here, as you can see. And these are just the basic. I still have to form them, but we're going to go over that. Okay, now if we take a look at the Dark Horse deck, we can see that there is a space in, there's more space in between each post hole than there is actual coil. So what I'm going to do is form these leads so that they will go into those post holes without having to bend the coil or deform it. That's where these needle nose pliers come in very handy. So what I do is just bend this out, bend the lead, okay? And then bend it one more time. So that it again lines up with the other side of the lead. And now as you can see, we have spaced it enough to meet both post holes. I'm going to go ahead and fit it in to the Dark Horse. See how it just slid right into the Dark Horse post holes without any friction at all. It just is just so ready to go in there. Okay, so for the time being right now, while I've got this one in there, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the outside post. Okay, the outside post is now tightened. The inside, well, it was. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Okay, the outside post hole is now tightened. The inside is not, because we still have to get the other side in. Okay, let's go ahead and form this one just like I did the first one. Needle nose pliers in hand. Form. Okay. Grab a hold of it. Bend. And now as you can see, this coil is ready to place in the posts without any modification afterwards. We'll place it in the Dark Horse. The second one is ready. Let's go ahead and tighten up the outside post. Again, be careful with this ohm meter. You don't want to use the screwdriver to tighten down the post and then strip out the adapter of the ohm meter, if you do use this to build on. Okay, outside post is tightened. Very good. Okay, we can go ahead and snip off the leads of the outside post. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, our trusty snips. Very, very nice to snip wire with, especially the large gauge. Outside posts are snipped. Okay? The only thing that you want to make sure of on the inside posts, because we do have two wires going through there, is when you go to tighten it down, make sure that you've got both coils spaced evenly on both sides. And sometimes that can be a little tough, but just eyeball it. It's not rocket science. I know that's an overused statement, but that's about right there. I'll just hold this one in place because it's wanting to be a little bit stubborn. Okay, tightening the center post. And also, we're going to be able to do some mild modifications to it after. Okay, so now that we've got the center post tightened down, we're ready to cut off the center post leads. And I'll just pull these to the side a little bit with the snips. Okay. And the other side. Pull this to the side a little bit. Snip. Okay. Now we've got the center post leads cut away, and for the most part the build is done. Now I want to pull these coils away from the posts a little bit, and I'll do that by simply putting the screwdriver back through the coil and just pull it away a little bit, and maybe a little bit down, and also for the other side, just like so. Okay. And for the most part we are done. Now what I need to do next is check the ohms, because I'm just curious. I know it's going to be a not so hot build. It's going to be in the flavor zone. And don't worry, it'll still produce very good as far as clouds. Okay, 0.26. That's a very nice build for flavor, for both flavor and cloud production. 0.26. Okay, so let's just take it off the ohm meter here. What we need to do next is fire it. So what I'll do is take our Paragon, got it in view there, okay? Place the Dark Horse on the top of the Paragon. Okay, now we'll tighten underneath, make sure that the center post is touching. Okay, that's good and tight already. We'll screw the top back onto the Paragon here.
Put your battery in.
Yeah, we'll put a battery in. Okay, take the bottom off. Emerald battery. Okay, ordinarily there would be a little bit of, any other time there would be slop in the battery, but it is perfect right where it's at. How? I have not, it's because I'm making a video. Okay, let's go ahead and fire it. Okay, right off the bat we're going to see some irregular burn here, and that's normal. Don't worry about that. We're going to take our tweezers, the ceramic tip tweezers, pull this together some. What this is doing is it's getting rid of some irregular burn as far as, we want the coil to start burning from the in and go out. So we're going to fire it again. Okay. Let's pull this, tighten this one up some. Let's tighten the other side up as well. And I apologize, you guys, if I'm getting out of focus too often here. Okay, let's fire it again. Okay. We're getting a little hot on this side, but not on the other side. And this is normal, folks. Don't worry about if you're getting uneven burns right off the bat. Also, what we can do is check the post screws, make sure that these are tight. Okay, there's a problem right there. Okay, that post screw was just a little bit loose. That could be a problem. So let's see again here. Okay, we're getting a more even burn. So that cut out that problem right there. Is just that. And so what we want to do is make sure that all of these screws are tight all the way across. I'm just going to check it again. Okay, tight, tight, and tight. Okay, let's check it again. Very nice even burn now. I'm just going to make sure that this side is nice and mashed, and this one too. One more time, just for awesome. Even burn both sides. Okay, what we've done also in effect here is burn off any residues that were on the Kanthal that you definitely don't want to vape. When you become really familiar with dripping, you'll get this metallic taste that's really nasty if you don't scorch your coils to begin with. Okay, so since our coils are built, we can go ahead and wick. I'm going to be using organic cotton, and this is cotton that you can get at any pharmacy, CVS, Walgreens, whatever. And these come in nice little rolls, cotton balls do, which are just make it perfect for coiling. Or I mean for building the wadding for coils. Okay. Sorry if I'm getting out of focus again. Okay, so we'll just peel it in half here. Set this off to the side. Roll this into a nice, smoother wadding. Okay, this is going to be, and what we're going to do with this cotton is pull it through that coil, and it will be the carrier of the fluid. So in effect, what's happening is the cotton holds the fluid, and the coil heats up the fluid and makes the vapor. That's the whole principle behind RDAs. Okay, we've got a nice, smooth-looking cotton wadding here to go into the coil. And make sure you can see this very well. I have poked it through.
Zoom in on that.
And I'm just going to twist a little bit here as I pull it on through. Makes it go through very smoothly. And that's probably about perfect. Looks great. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. It pulls through there very nicely, which is what you want. You don't want it to be too tight because then it doesn't feed well. But if it's too loose, then it doesn't touch all the way around in the coil. And this is fitting about perfectly. Okay, with our scissors, just an ordinary pair of scissors, chop off the end here because we don't want this nasty little part that had our fingers all over it in there. And cut off evenly on both sides. Okay, this is the wicking for one side. I can tuck those under, needle nose, or not needle nose, tweezers. And when it comes to the cotton, this is there's so many different variations of putting cotton in coils. I try to keep it basic. I mean, just there was enough on either side just to fold on underneath. Makes it it's too easy that way. I mean, as you can see, it folded under very nicely right underneath the coil. And if it touches the bottom of the coil, that's fine. As a matter of fact, that's actually a good thing. Okay, so that side's finished. Looks nice and clean. We're going to go to the other side now. Same thing. Poke it through the coil. Pull it on through. Okay, just like so. Snip off this side. Snip off the other side. Okay, now tuck. And the other side. And there you have it, folks. There's the build. Only thing left to do is to goober this baby up. Okay, we're back. We've got our finished Dark Horse. The build looks great. I've gone through that with you. We're ready to juice up the cotton and get our first burn here. Now today I'm using our vanilla custard. There's a bit of a story behind our vanilla custard. It's been a hit ever since it was just a 50-50 blend. But we decided to go with a Drippers blend, which is VG prominent, and it exploded. Everybody had to have it. It's I refer to it as vanilla crack because it is so freaking delicious. It's an explosion of flavor beyond what you can possibly imagine, and it's complex because there are so many different extracts in it. It's you have to try this to fully comprehend how delicious this vanilla custard is. But this is what I'm going to juice this cotton up with it right now. Be liberal when you're filling up this cotton for the first time. You don't want to scrimp on it. And you are going to go through some juice. But that's the beauty of dripping. Lots of vapor, lots of cloud production, and lots of juice. And we're getting there. I like to be really thorough. The last thing I want to do is get a dry hit. And you cloud chasers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's fire up and see. Okay, let's get a little bit more on the coils here. Looking good. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's put the, I've got this, okay, this Dark Horse needs to be, or the chimney here needs to be adjusted. The beauty of this Dark Horse is that it has so many different air settings. Naturally, I'm going to go with the most airflow. Okay, that's set in place. Okay, airflow looks good. Always set up the vent holes right next to the coil, right next to them. We want maximum airflow right over those coils. Okay. All right, folks, moment of truth. Let's see what it hits. Wow, an explosion of vanilla flavor, like you wouldn't believe. Okay, let's get another one out of there. Amazing. Wow. Again, vanilla crack. But no, seriously, vanilla custard. An explosion of vanilla paradise. Go to the website. We're going to have this posted on our website, myvaperout.com, or Facebook, Jess's Vapor Out. It's going to be posted there. I can't stress enough how much vanilla, overwhelming vanilla it is. The richness, the boldness, and the smoothness, all wrapped into one flavor that just overwhelms the palate with deliciousness. One more, just for the record here. Absolutely delicious. Listen guys, thank you for joining us here at the Vapor Route. It's been a pleasure working with you. I hope this instructional video has showed you how to build coils effectively for not only for flavor but also for cloud production. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and Jess's heart. Come back and see us again. We've got more videos coming. Thank you. Vape on.